Discipline is freedom. And I heard this phrase and I was thinking like, man, like, what the freaking hell are you talking about? Like, how could being disciplined means that you're free? How could that mean that you're torturing, you're forcing something to do, you're forcing yourself to do something, yet you are free? How the heck can you be free? Isn't it being free mean that I'm doing whatever I want in every single moment? Suppose that I'm having $10 million or $100 million to gas on my bank account, and I'm free on this earth. At least financially I'm free, so basically I'm not dumped to work. I don't have to work. I can do pretty much whatever I want. I don't have any social responsibilities. And so that would be mainly, basically this is how I was thinking about, like, hey man, like, this might be freedom, you know, like being financially independent, going out there, doing whatever I want, whatever time I want to do that, so on and so forth. And so basically this was and this is still one of my dreams. And so I pretty much put this journey a bit more seriously. And so I started doing this whole self-improvement journey, starting with Nofap, with semen retention, with started to work out. I mean, like, I've been close to sports all of my life, but you know, like, very seriously. I've been taking care of my nutrition. I became more disciplined, meditation, reading books, and all the good stuff. And so finally I've been able to realize, man, throughout the last 4.5 months I've been running every single fucking day. And I have to tell you that at least maybe 60% of the time I didn't have the mood for that. And not necessarily the mood, but there were many cases where I didn't really have my physics there too. It's like I was feeling tired, I was feeling hungry, I was feeling emotional, you know, just like getting to the bed and like do fucking nothing all day long, so on and so forth. But yet I still done that. And so I figured this whole thing out finally. So what does this mean is that if you are disciplined, then you're setting up something for yourself, and it means that you are getting that shit done no matter what happens. And so discipline is freedom in a sense that you know that if you are setting something up for yourself, you can be free from your demons, you can be free from yourself, that hey man, now I'm thinking that I'm supposed to starting a musical career, but tomorrow I will feel like starting a dropshipping business, and after that I will feel like I want to start an SMMA business, and after that I'm thinking that, man, like, this whole thing sucks, I want to become a tattoo artist. And so that is good shit, and perhaps the most prosperous philosophy when we are in our teens and early 20s. But as the more we are entering into adulthood, the more we have to understand that this is the actual path. The more we are wanting to prosper in something, or would say gain or achieve something in one field, the more we'll have to commit to that thing. Think about that. If you're a pianist, and if you're playing the piano every second or third day when you have the mood for that, for however long when you feel like it, like 30 minutes, 2 hours, whatever, you know, it's like you're playing a piano, whatever, you know. But there are the committed motherfucker who is waking up, playing 2 hours, going to work, coming back, plays 2 hours, takes a break, and plays 2 hours, plays 6 fucking hours, plays piano all day long besides work. And that's the motherfucker who in 10 years will become fucking world class. But the point over here is not to bring the conversation towards this direction of judging, and more specifically I'm searching for the word, sorry. So not to highlight this achievement oriented mindset over here. So what I've been able to realize over here, just to get to the point, because I freaking love talking and philosophizing, and especially today, is that if you are committed, and if you know about yourself, that hey man, like I'll be going through that shit every single day no matter what, then after a while you will be like, man, I'm setting this thing up for yourself. Next Saturday I will be having my closing calls with these 2 clients to whom I've sent out these estimates. And I know that chances are high that in the beginning of the day I will not have the fucking mood to get the calls. I will not have the mood for making the calls. I will not have the mood for that, highly likely. But I'll be making the calls anyways. I know that from a week from now, highly likely I will not have the mood, or maybe I will not have the mood for workout. Who knows? I don't know how the mood will be. But one thing is for sure, I don't know how the weather will be. I don't know how my mood will be. I don't know how what the fucking hell will the financial situation of the country will be. I don't know how the external circumstances will be. But I know one thing, I'll be fucking getting out here and run. I don't give a shit. And this is how discipline is freedom. And so now teaching this thing to yourself and understanding what inner reliability means, when you can say that, hey, next Saturday I'm doing this, and I don't give a shit how do I feel like, I'm getting that shit done because this is my fucking duty. I made this decision when I really understood the depth of the decision, mindfully understood the depth of the decision. I have to make these 2 fucking calls because that is the actual action. 1 or 2 hours of action that is bringing me in a lot of fucking money, and we'll be able to move the business forward, so on and so forth. Point over here being is, I just got this little bug inside of my head, you know, like before that, in 2020, 2021, I've been reading a lot. That was my main thing, like reading and experimenting. I've been reading every single day. That was my main fucking thing, you know. 2 hours, 3 hours, as much as I fucking could. And the last I was, you know, listening, reading elsewhere, but it's like not that very specific book that I've been following. And so I just got this bug inside of my head that, man, like, I really want to get back to reading, and not because of some hey man, I have to learn this and I have to learn that. Like I try to make this whole thing up rationally for myself. For like, I've been in this rut for like 2 weeks at least now, or maybe more, like maybe a month, who knows. And so today I was like, man, I have to fucking read because that is part of fucking me. That is my duty. And I was thinking about like, man, I can make money. Like I can drive a fucking Lambo if I will not have a soul. Like that doesn't make any fucking sense. So I just leaned in and I was like, man, like, I have to read, man. Like this is part of me. This is part of my fucking soul. And so I was like, yeah, you know, tomorrow I will be waking up. I'll be getting my working out session and I'll be reading it. I was like, wait a minute. What will you have to get done today? Well, 13 calls, which are like pretty much like qualifying calls for the leads. It's like not that big of a deal, which is idea number 1. Idea number 2 is that process is automatized. Idea number 3 is that if the leads are not filling out my submission form, then they are perhaps not that qualified anyways. I've been testing the process. So I was like, wait a minute, hey, why don't you start it today? Why don't you be like, man, like I'm not waiting for tomorrow. I'm setting that shit up. I'm getting that shit done. It's like, I don't want to wait. And so this is where I realized what discipline's freedom does mean. That I got the discipline, so now I know that I'll be going back home now after this video. I'll be taking my cold showers, and I know certainly, since this is not my habit yet, I'll be getting the fuck down, sit my ass down, and I'll be reading. I'm not putting any pressure on myself to read and this hours and that hours and this chapter and that chapter. I haven't about like I would like to finish up the chapter and so on and so forth. But it's like how much I feel like it, you know? And so I know this, brother. And so this is how this whole thing looks like. This is how discipline is freedom. This is how this shit works. And so somehow I look like, or I might look like that I'm struggling over here every single day with this thing, you know, like running. Like everyone is asking that, and even me for myself, it's like, man, why the fucking hell are you doing this? Like, why do you need this shit? Like, why can't you just be a normal motherfucker getting out there and focusing all these huge fucking energies that you've got for something else. And the answer for that is that many days I don't have anything else. Like this is the shit where this shit is just coming out of me. This fucking joy or fear or fuck knows what is that anxiety, and I just have to channel it to somewhere. And so the point over here being is that I know that I need to stick with something. I know that I have to build this muscle of myself, because this is one of the best skills, or one of the highest value soft skills, if you will. So discipline, brother. You know that you're getting shit done. You know that you're getting shit done, because now I know. It's like, for example, yesterday too, I was like, I'll be telling this to you honestly, that I'm in front of a huge switch in my life, because shift in my life, because basically I've been starting this agency 1.5 years ago, and I switched into basically to do the business of the people who I want to sell to, so therefore I can understand the business. And I pretty much a bit overdone it, so I just pretty much became that business owner whom I didn't really aspire to become. And so now I'm about to switch back with my new skills, with my new mentality and all that. And yesterday I realized, man, like, I have to make cold calls. Fucking great. Like, bro, you have the script, you know exactly how to make the calls. You have this one, that one, this one, that one. Okay, we've got a problem. Gatekeeper. Okay, figure out the problem, figure out the potential solution. Next one. Boom, 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 boom. Work. You got tired. No, bro, it just means that you're tired. You will be making 10 more calls. I don't give a shit. Boom, 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 boom. Day's over. Figure out. Like, this is how the shit works. And now I know that whatever the fuck I start, I can do that. Like, I'm going through that thing. Like, it would be, I'm following Alex Hormozy, and then he's the fucking best, bro. And so he's telling it many times that it would be unreasonable to suck after you're doing it for months. That's how I was doing the math. Like, bro, I'm making 4 hours of cold calling every day, you know, 24 hours of cold calling. I'll be setting up 15 appointments every single day, every single week. I'll be having 15 demo calls. I'll be having 5 closing calls. I'll be closing, worst fucking scenario, 1 client per week. X 45, 48 clients, 1k retainer, 50k a month. Yeah, this is the raw math. We didn't calculate in any BS, but this is a fucking reasonable goal. The point over here being is that this is what discipline is freedom means, brother. You are getting the shit done despite what you're feeling, and you can be free from your demons. That you know that. I'm not afraid of you, motherfucker. I'm getting there because I need to get that shit done. And again, like, today I'm sick as shit. Maybe you can hear it on my voice. I was like, who cares, bro? Like, I don't care. Like, I cannot sleep all day long. I'm feeling like I want to sleep all day long and watch a movie and feel good about myself, but I can't. That part of me is like, I cannot find him, you know. I want to fucking work. Like, that is fulfilling my soul. Love.